And this is why this sort of pilgrimage can actually boost your practice of Buddhism. It can give you a little extra kind of energy, that extra kind of thing which helps you going. These are some of the important things in Buddhism, always finding these little skillful means, these little extra things which give you that extra ability to practice, to do what is right, to do what is good, to make it easier to practice a spiritual path. It's difficult enough. We need all the help we can to practice the spiritual path. It is not easy. I've never met anybody who says it's really, really easy to practice this path, moving forward at a tremendous speed. This is incredibly rare. Most people find it difficult. And it is difficult because we're going against the stream of things, always going, practicing against what our natural inclination is. Natural inclination often is craving. And of course we have to go against that, and that's why the practice often is difficult. Now I heard of one girl who went to India. This was an example of how we should be careful about going to India, what we should not be doing when we do this kind of trip. This girl went to India and she had some very nice experience there. Her meditation was very nice and peaceful, a lot of joy and happiness when she went. But then when she came back, of course, that disappeared because it was a function of going to India. That's why she felt this happiness and this uplift inside her. She came back again to her home country and she lost that feeling. And then she went on a trip to Thailand and she met some of these famous Thai monks. And she asked one of these Thai monks, well, when I went to India, I was feeling so happy and so elated and everything was so good. But now, I don't feel it anymore. And this Thai monk said something like, well, what do you expect? Happiness comes and goes. This is the way life is. You cannot expect that happiness to be there all the time. And there's no point in just going back to India again and experiencing it again. Because if you were to go back to India and you were maybe to stay at Bodh Gaya for 3 months, well, soon enough that happiness would disappear completely, and you would probably get really negative about Bodh Gaya. You get completely angry and upset because of all the suffering, all the problems of being in India, all the beggars, all the problems around you. The inspiration would fade and all the problems would remain, and it would just be terrible. You would get really negative about it. Life is like this. It goes up and down. Happiness comes, happiness disappears. We all know how these things are in life. So don't hold on to that happiness. Don't try to grasp the happiness you attain in India. Allow it to go, and instead the right way of using it is allow it to be a background thing in your mind which pushes you forward, and now and again reflect on it to allow a little bit of happiness and peace to come up in you. Don't cling to it. Don't think that if you were just staying in India, you could have this happiness like always there. That is the wrong way of looking at it. It's very understandable, but it doesn't work. We cannot hold on to these kind of things.